park and it's gravel close Brisbane Road, so it's on the outer. What I got here is these are the caps that actually go on the tyres to make sure that we know what the pressure is for the monitoring system. What I've done here is, because they're all have to be on the right wheels, I've got driver's side front, passenger side front. So this one here is going to be passenger back. I know that this one here actually fits on this one. Look at the mag under. So there's a little lock nut that actually goes in there first. This has actually got a battery in it, and when it spins it initiates it and sends the message by radio to the console inside. So that goes on as hard as possible, and then there's a little spanner . That locks that on, that's it. So this is actually a typical thing on an afternoon. We've come up from our last national park camp where we stayed at Snowdrift. We've just come through Oyen. Joey's having a look on Wikicamps for somewhere to stay on the Murray River. We've got a few suggestions from friends. We're just checking other options just in case there's too many people, and especially being a school holiday, that's probably going to be the case. Notice lots more caravans on the road at the moment, but we'll see how we go. So we've just arrived at Murray Calkine Park. Off-road driving prohibited, please take your rubbish home. Do we go that way or that way? I'm guessing we go that way because there's more ruts. You agree, Joe?
Yeah, go straight ahead.
Okay, we're going straight ahead. Let's do it. So we're actually at Frank's Camp on the Murray River. We actually did the solo trail, which is really good. And we've been here for like 2 days, and it is as windy as. We've got the arc. This is where it actually ended up, the arc. We're actually quite leveled. The trouble is the ground was actually quite steep, so we've had to dig in this side, so we actually dug in here. I need to actually get a little step because this step here is too high, so I'll cut some wood tomorrow and get a step. We've actually left the awning up because it is as windy as, but it's actually really nice. So tonight we've got the fire going, so we're actually getting some coals, some firewood, and what we're doing is we're not going to use the OZLAPN barbie, we're doing a roast. It's going to be down there. But looks like bad weather on the way. Who cares? So this is Frank's Camp is actually a really good beach. Real sand, and the biggest lap pool in Australia, being the Murray River. So we plan to actually hopefully swim a little bit tomorrow, weather permitting. But that's us, OZLAPN. Had an existing campfire. So the idea is not to put too much in the bottom, but you get to put more on the top. So really cool. By the way, Joe actually done some holes. fire. Guess what? I forgot the trivet. So Joe came up with the idea of having portable trivets. So what we've done, come over here Joey, show me 4 trivets in there. And what we're going to do is actually put our...
We've got chicken schnitzel. We're going to make parmas.
You have to turn it, follow me. Follow me.
Oh, I can't see anything.
Oh, it's okay,
Sorry.
just follow me, just pretend you're following me.
I can't see anything.
That's okay.
All I can see is a reflection.
Well, maybe it's not on.
It is on. Just put it in the pot.
Okay, maybe it's not. So let's have a look here. So here we've got chicken schnitzel, potato, pumpkin, more pumpkin. And the good thing about aluminium is you can actually bend it to make it fit. So what we're doing now is making sure the portable trivets are actually even, and then we're just going to lower the T down into this here, and then we get the lid on it, make sure there's no sand. So the reason they actually have this lip around here is so you can actually put your coals on the top, so when you take the lid off you can get rid of the coals and just go in your tea. So we're putting that on top now. So you actually need a lot more coals on top, because hot air goes up, you need to actually have the coals going down, the heat going down with the coals. So now you need to get, by the way, we've got a bucket of water just in case there's a fire. Or I need a wash. Okay, let's go over here. So, Joe, do you know why we actually dig a hole first?
Yeah, because it keeps it hotter.
Yes, exactly right.
It turns it into an oven.
Exactly right. So you know when it's actually going well, you can actually hear the sizzling sound happening. So maybe I need to put some around the outside too.
I think it might have turned itself
It
off.
hasn't. I'm coming back. I'm still in the frame, Joey. Just follow me. Here, we've still got some really good coals. We actually did this like a few hours ago to make sure. There's a little friend over there. So we're actually looking at the camp oven and trying to work out where the liddy thing is, just to make sure that it's actually working, because if it's not working, we probably need to go and buy a pie. I was right. I was right. You want to check it? It's happening. It needs probably turning over. So we'll put this back on and then we'll actually turn it over. Okay, so the camp oven's still working really nice. Chucking back the trivets that are working good. And now what we're going to do is actually put the bacon and sauce, more bacon and sauce, and our cheese on top. Cheese on top, yum-oo. And put the lid back on. Oh god, there's a bit of ash in there. Yum. Oh, good job. Yeah, how you going? Little friend. Do you like a nice fire? I think you like a nice fire. Where's your mate? Go, quick. You have to go now.
Home. Quick,
Oh, bugger. You've been with OZLAPN. Now you have to go home. Look at the different colours of the grass as the water recedes. It's actually changed. Pretty cool. I actually went for a bit of a drive along the Murray River and came across these bad boys. So this is some water pumps pumping water directly out of the Murray River for irrigation. They're huge. I've seen them before, small ones, but these are actually owned by the GWM water people, and they are absolutely huge. When you see the pipes that are actually sucking the water out of the river, the motors over the other side there are huge. I don't know if there's such thing as bigger than 3-phase, it's probably 15-phase, I don't know, they're freaking huge motors. Then you have a look down here at the pipes that come up here. There must be a fair bit of sucking those motors to pull the water up. And then there's, we notice a lot of pipes and air breathers all around the place. So they're heading through the state park here, and then they're obviously going to the farms for irrigation. But look at the size of these pipes and the motors, absolutely huge. Pretty spectacular actually. They are big. Very, very impressive. Yep. Reminds me of the pipelines between Kalgoorlie and the Darling Weir by C.Y. O'Connor. Massive big pipes. And I'd say that they use a fair bit of electricity. There must be the office there for the staff. They've got lots of nice air conditioners and TV. Just kidding. Okay. You never know what you come across when you're touring around, just having a bit of a bow peek. Look, there you go. So less than a kilometre from where I actually showed you those water pumps pumping water out of the Murray River, we've actually got our closest vineyard, and there it is. Quite a well maintained vineyard. and obviously going to go well this summer with the water irrigation on the Murray River. When people talk about four-wheel drive tracks, you'd think big rocks, stones, lots of holes and trees down on there, but it's sometimes a little bit different. The track we came in on today, or yesterday, was actually gravel most of the way. We had some pretty serious rain last night, and although the road is relatively flat, the fine dust turned into clay and it's as slippery as an ice skating rink. What I'm doing now is trying to work out a way to get my mates in a conventional two-wheel drive vehicle without slipping and sliding, because they're front-wheel drive too, which makes it even harder. But the trouble is, once you fill your tread up with this clay, your wheels become smooth, or your tyres become smooth. What I've done is I'm walking it. If you're ever forced to stay on a track like this, try and stay on the same tyre tracks that a previous car has done, because they've already flattened it. But what I've looked at here is an alternate route. If we go this way, we can actually avoid, hopefully, some of the slipperiness of the track over there. It feels fairly firm. The other hot tip is, if the track's going from left to right or right to left on an angle, always take the high side of the bush track, because the water always runs down to the lower side, obviously, and it's more boggy. So you can see here, the person who came through here before went down to the right. He would have been better to actually have kept his wheels up on the top left hand side, because the water's actually come down here and made this more boggy. Had a pretty busy day today. It actually rained, the track into our camp got too slippery, and our friends could come in. The car got a little bit messy, so I've actually gone down to the beach very carefully, and there's rain coming, but I've got my bucket ready. I've got some water here. So another tip here is, if you actually go over there, because the shallowness of the bank, there's not much water, but this steeper here, so you can actually get a lot more water out. So OZLAPN bus is going to get a wash. There's Jo there. She's waving.
Graham's gone down to the river. He's trying to wash all the slimy, yucky mud off the car. We couldn't get Heather and Lynn's in because it was just too slippery. We were sliding sideways just in the cruiser on the way out to meet them, and their Winnebago would have just slid into a tree. So we're just hunkering down here, making sure that hopefully it'll dry out a little bit so we can get our cruiser and rig out. Otherwise we might be stuck here for a while until it dries out. Hopefully not till Christmas. I don't think the kids will be very happy. Or the cat. Harry will be really upset. Anyway, hopefully Graham will get most of the mud off. You might be there for a while, till the sun sets.
So Mo River Car Wash, lifting it all off, but feels pretty cool to actually have it a little bit more clean than it was. And with these rains coming, we'll probably get an after rinse.
Looks like Graham's starting to bring the car back. Let's hope he doesn't get bogged. Bring it round. Oh no, it's pretty good. It's pretty. It's pretty firm actually. Don't think he put the tyres down. He was going to if he had to, but maybe he's. Maybe he might need to. He's starting to turn it a bit. That's better. Find some ground. Okay, off you go. Bring it back through the same tracks. Oh no, he's stuck behind the tree. I'm sure he's just doing this so he can actually get his max tracks out and use them. Graham's still there, doing his thing with the tyres. He's letting them down. Hope he leaves some air in them because he's been there for a while. Hopefully it'll work and he'll get the car back to camp. There he goes. Yep, he's driving out. Oh, no he's not. Go on the same tracks, Graham. Nope, he's got stuck again. Well, I think he's got out after all that. Yep, he's out. And he's coming home.
One of the hard things to do when you're free camping in a remote spot with a caravan is pack up your van every time you want to go into town and get some more water. Although we've got a few tanks, eventually with a shower now and then and all the water that we drink and that, we ran out of water. So what we've got here is a 105 litre bladder that sits evenly along our back seat, made up a little pump, a cutting board, and the water just pumps straight back in to the van. Here's some of our neighbours. They're going for a run. See you guys.